Okay, welcome back to part 2. You know, part 1, Sarah was a little bit nervous in part 1, but we've lubed her up a bit, so we're all right now. Get your minds out the gutter. I meant drink. My God, it's not that kind of a show. Never mind, back over to Sarah again. Let me just ask a question where we kind of like off the last time. Have you got any regrets about what you've done in the past that you've carried forward onto your...
I wish I'd done it sooner.
Wish you'd done it sooner. Is there any physical things that you've done that you actually regret?
Oh God, yeah. Well, yeah. I get. Well, I suppose the biggest regret I've had, really, I know it's minor, but tattoos that I've had done that I wish I hadn't done.
Right, I didn't push Sarah on this because I didn't know if she was going to react to this or not. But I know that is one of the things that she has got a regret for. And I've come across quite a lot of girls that have had tattoos because way back then they've tried to man up.
Yeah, that's
try to disguise things. I did it in a different way. Thank God I did it in a different way. God who knows what tattoos I would have had. Probably wouldn't have got a job again. But you know, it's funny how we disguise it very, very early on. Obviously, Sarah was the tattoos and things like this. Some of them you can get away with and things like this, and you're proud of them. We can safely say that you're actually proud of them because they've got a meaning. But some you haven't. There was one in particular you'd like to get rid of. We won't actually go into where that is and things like this because I haven't got a tape measure or anything like that, and I don't particularly really ask you to strip off.
I wouldn't show you.
But
anyway.
There you go. You see, I've seen it all before. I'll draw one. But yes, we've all been there. Myself, I did manly things, I suppose, really. Some of them I succeeded in. Some of them I didn't, but at the end of the day, it was part of that illusion. So I can well understand that. So you're doing something about this
It's in the process of being removed.
It's obviously expensive and requires a little bit of saving up and things like this. You know, the old piggy banks never look the same. It's in millions of pieces on the floor, but. You know, that's
back together several times as well.
A girl's got to do what a girl's got to do, and we've been there with a few pigs. I mean, banks and things like this. So you never know. But it really brings me round to now is the subject that everybody really wants to know, not just about you, but about us in general, really. And this is love life.
Okay.
You know, the LL, you know, love life. So whereabouts are you now in your love life?
I've been seeing somebody.
Oh, yes.
It's not official or anything like that.
Yeah.
I enjoy his company.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully he enjoys my company.
Well, he must do. He keeps coming back.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah.
No. Personally, I'd like to think that it's not a fleeting thing. It's been going on and off. Obviously, COVID has put a damper to a lot of things this year for everybody, as we know. But we've met up a few times. I've been to his place a few times. He's come over here, and it's not all about sex. We like to go out places and just enjoy each other's company. It's nice.
Well, it's not all about sex. You're absolutely right. You know, and you're an absolute past master at Scrabble. So, you know, that goes without saying, really. Jungled up a few letters myself. Well, where next, really? Where do you see? You know, can you look ahead? Do you look ahead like in 6 months or a year or 5 years and things like that?
If I'm perfectly honest, I'm living in the moment. I know that sounds a bit silly, really, as if I haven't got any future plans, but obviously I'm just enjoying my life right now. I'm enjoying the company that I keep, I'm enjoying the job I do, and for me at the moment, that's enough.
That's good. That's good. I'll drink to that, Sarah. A little bit more lubrication, cheers. I think, don't they? Us girls need a little bit of lubrication occasionally, don't we?
It is only Coke,
do you
by the
agree?
way.
Yes, it's only. Yes, it's only. It may be a wine glass, but it's definitely just Coke. Actually, it's not just Coke. But so I know it's an old subject kind of thing, but a bit old-fashioned, really, I suppose. Like words like hobbies and things like that. Now, you've had a few hobbies, haven't you, as you've gone along? See, mine in the past, my hobbies has been beating people up and flying planes and things like this. But what's been your hobbies in the past?
In the past.
Well, you've got one now as well.
Well, I've got one now, yes,
Mm.
but I used to be really, well, I still am, I suppose, but I don't really get a chance to practice it much. I'm very much into astronomy. I've got a telescope, that sort of thing. I like to take photographs, which leads me on to my next hobby.
Seems like my old hobby, you see, when I used to
Very
do
keen.
fighting, I used to see a few stars then. But
very
when I
very
came
keen
round,
photographer.
yeah.
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 Yeah, I enjoy my photography.
Yeah, likes a good telephoto, I've heard that. But yes, about wide angle. Yeah, I'm always a bit in favour of wide angle
No,
myself.
I'm more into length than girth.
Oh, are you? Okay. Yeah, well, a few people I've been out with, I need a few macro shots, really. And
I can help you out there.
I think you quite like a few macro shots yourself, don't you?
I do.
Yes. And what's some of the things you've heard?
Well, bugs,
Mushrooms.
bugs, insects, mushrooms.
And mushrooms.
Yeah.
There you are. So, would you like to tell us a bit about it? Because you've got your own YouTube channel, haven't you?
I
that?
have.
And a site as well.
I've got my own website,
Yeah,
yeah.
would you
Sarah
like to tell
Perkins
us a bit?
Photography.
So, again?
Sarah Perkins Photography.
.com?
.co.uk.
.co.uk, okay.
Well, actually, it's SC Perkins Photography. .co.uk,
yeah.
to be exact. Yeah, just post a few pictures, a few descriptions. It's nothing special, but something I enjoy doing.
Well, that's exactly it, isn't it? If you enjoy doing something, then you're satisfying the number one audience, which is yourself.
Yeah.
And anything that comes more than that, obviously is a bonus,
I've
isn't
had a
it?
couple of pictures published.
Yeah. Do you think this has helped with your transition? Was it a distraction?
I'd probably say neither. Actually, again, it sounds silly, but it's a lonely hobby. It's not sort of one of them hobbies that you could bring people along with unless they're also into it. I spend a lot of time walking around nature reserves on my own, but it's
Been arrested a few times, but that's another story.
yeah, I've been caught squatting in a bush a few
Well,
times.
no more. I think too much information. I think really, but there you go.
But no, it's just a pastime that I enjoy doing, regardless of whether I'm transgender or not.
Mm.
It's just I enjoy that hobby, as hobbies go.
So it's very interesting that when you use the word whether I'm transgender or not, do you consider yourself as being a third gender, which is a very, very old terminology that goes back to like the Roman days, or do you consider yourself as a transsexual female, or do you consider yourself as a woman?
I consider myself a transsexual female. I'm not a woman. I'll never be a fully genetic woman. It's impossible, obviously. But in terms of my physiology and my mental state, I'm female. Obviously, I'm on hormones, which helps produce the feminine form, should we say? But
But that doesn't change what's up here,
no,
does it?
no. In my head, I'm female.
Yeah. So your body really is catching up with what's always been in your head.
Yeah.
Yes, I'll go along with that. I will go along with that. Even though it's probably a very controversial subject about being a woman, about being a transsexual female. As you know, I consider myself as being a transsexual female. And if I was to have a badge that I wore all the time, I would be proud to wear transsexual female actually upon my
Yeah,
lapel.
I don't have an issue with that at all.
Absolutely, that's what I think. Well, brings me to one other thing really, a very controversial one there. If you were to write your own obituary, What would it say?
At last I found happiness. I think that's...
Yeah, but you're dead, Sarah, so I mean, did you find happiness
All
when
right
you
then.
died?
Okay, on my gravestone it would
Right.
read, she at last found happiness.
Good,
Yeah, that's...
good. Is it too late to find happiness?
It's never too late. It's never too late.
It's never too late.
It's never too late.
I agree with that. It's never ever too late. And this is coming from somebody who's quite old. Who will probably, you know, and it's good to know that there's somebody who's a carer, because I might be using her soon. You never know. I mean, I've already got my walking stick ready and a Zimmer frame, so you never know. Never know. Your services may become quite handy very, very soon. But there you go, especially if we keep drinking this stuff. Cheers. Cheers, everybody. Anyway, hope you have a decent Christmas after what Boris has done. But there you go, never mind. I'll put it all down to football matches and going back to theatres, but never mind. There you go, the old COVID. Oh, I didn't have a drink.
She's also forgetful in her old age.
Yeah, don't forget to swallow either. That's it. Yeah. Well, we've had some fun times when we've gone out and things like this, and we've known each other for how long now?
Oh God, it's got to be going on 6 years now.
Yeah, probably is 6 years. Probably is 6 years. But yes, we've had some fun times. Sometimes we can talk about, sometimes we can't. But sometimes men have come into the equations and things like that, haven't they? You know, onto the scene, either on your side or on my side, and things like that. But even when I've been trying to get rid of some of the ones, they even that's turned into a really good laugh, hasn't it?
Yes,
sometimes,
yeah.
you know. Perhaps I could make a video about those sometimes when I've got a lawyer. But you never know. A good lawyer at that one. But yes, I mean, I've dated lots of people that they always seem to be shorter than me, which
That's not hard.
Well, no, it isn't really. It isn't really. I'll tell you, the oxygen's quite thin up here at times. But some people have actually asked me questions to actually ask you.
Really?
You didn't particularly know some of these questions.
Oh God, here we go.
Well, it's two questions that keep coming up actually. Obviously, people that haven't met you face to face. What's your height?
I'm 5'6".
Bitch. Shoe size?
I'm a size 6.
Bitch. But there you go, you see, so she's got a lot going for her. Shouldn't be shy. Beautiful girl. Slim. Small feet. Gets shoes. I mean, I remember going shopping with her once when, was it Littlewood's closed down? No, British Home Stores. Went in there and there's shoes all over the floor, wasn't there? Beautiful princess shoes and everything. I'm looking and thinking, I'd like some of these. I'm picking them up and looking at the size and thinking, oh my God, this is not going to happen. Sarah, first one. Oh, that's my size. Game over. Game over, that was it. But there you go. So, can you remember some of the fun times we've actually had? Which is one of your funniest memories?
Which is one of my funniest memories. There's the smoking room incident.
Oh yes, at a club.
Yes.
Yes, the smoking room. Yeah. Would you like to tell me?
Well, without going into too much detail, basically we were having a cigarette in the smoking room, if you can call it that, and there was a gentleman sitting there, and all of a sudden he just decided to say, well, technically speaking...
And he wasn't a smoker.
And he was, yeah. Technically speaking, this smoking room is illegal. To which Alison replied, well, technically speaking, being a non-smoker, you shouldn't be out here anyway.
Well, you know, people that know me know that sometimes it's like a red rag to a bull sometimes, and I just can't keep my mouth shut. But there you go. Actually, quite a lot of guys go, I can't keep my mouth shut, but that's for a whole load of different reasons. But never mind. Thank you very much. Sarah, it's been absolutely marvellous actually.
You're welcome.
I honestly don't think that this is going to be the last time that I see you in front of the camera again. Normally you're behind the camera, you're on the old tippy tappy there,
Yes,
and
I
doing
much
the
prefer-
editing and putting the things in, and
I much prefer to be behind the camera than in front of it.
absolutely,
Yes.
yeah. On the old white balance, you know what I mean? Yeah, you'll never be in Black Lives Matter, will you? Be bloody white balance. That's another story as well. And you got the telephone number of my lawyer, but yes. But thank you very much, sir, for doing
You're
this. It
welcome.
really is good. It'll be good when all this COVID-19 is over, and we can actually get quite a lot of our professional friends. You know them as well. Ones that run their own companies, ones that work for other people. And we both worked together as well in one company. I was actually her
We
boss,
did,
which is
yeah,
probably
we
why
did.
she left and went to become a carer. But there you go. I told you, I got a good lawyer, and it'd be good to actually interview some of these people, because it would give you the insight into the professional people that are out there that have made it work, how they've made it work, how they've got the respect, how they've built their businesses and things. Even the boss of my company now actually wants to do one of these interviews. So when COVID's over, well, I'll be interviewing my boss, which is quite unique, really, isn't it? Really, but I'm sure he's got a lot of things to say about me as well. I hope he's got a good lawyer. But there you go. But thank you very much, Sarah.
You're welcome.
Thanks again.
You're very welcome.
And thanks very much for the editing you do and things like this. And may this channel continue, grow. And if anybody wants any advice on anything, either from myself or from Sarah, please leave a message in the messages below. Thank you. Good night.